Just a quick one, guys. We've released our January merch drop, so do browse the new collection. We've got the Mr. Blue Nose tees, along with our Stauncho Meter tees. Do, as I said, browse the collection by going down into the link in the description, or going to rfcclothing.com. Anyway, let's get into today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so Rangers getting back to winning ways against Kilmarnock as we beat them fairly comfortably at Ibrox 3-1. Of course, as we were staying into the sort of build up to this game, it was a very important test for us. We never lost under Philippe Clement, and we wanted to see if the players could respond and how they would respond to a slight setback, and I think they answered the questions pretty well, to be perfectly honest. Of course, I felt for much of the game we were very dominant, as expected. We were very, very comfortable, and some really good finishes as well. Of course, going 2-0 up before half-time, always fairly comfortable, and as I say, I turned over to my friends and said, yeah, I think that's it, 3 points secured. However, obviously in the second half, we did concede a penalty. Again, I think Philippe Clement was questioning the decision after the match of, saying he didn't really know what the handball rule was. But for me, yeah, it is a handball, 100%. Of course, it hits his arm and stops an opportunity going into it. I had no complaints with the penalty whatsoever. However, what I would say is that, they have to have that consistency. If that is a penalty, so is Alistair Johnson's at the weekend. So as long as there's that consistency in the game, that's all that matters. That's all we're asking for at this moment in time. But as I said, no sort of problems with the penalty. And then I was just thinking, look, is this going to turn into one of those games where it's going to be very tense ending? But we put those sort of nerves to bed straight away, and Todd Cantwell manages to get a third goal. And as I say, wrap up all 3 points for Rangers, which was fantastic to see. Notable, obviously, Fabio Silva making his debut, came on, did a few bits for 20 minutes. Come on, Cyril Dessers again proving that he is not really good. Again, I've been saying this for a long time. Rangers need better striking reinforcements. I know it was a small glimpse of Fabio Silva. Hopefully we'll start to see a bit more as we come back from the sort of winter break. Get some time to connect with the teammates, and hopefully we'll have another sort of goal-scoring outlet there, another attacking player to sort of play week in, week out, because I don't think Cyril Dessers is good enough, and again yesterday he kind of showed that once again. In other standout players is actually, I will get on to the main guy in a minute, actually that's probably the main topic of today's video, but firstly I want to talk about Dujon Sterling. I think he's been really, really good since coming in. He's been filling in that midfield, and again he came on for a bit of a cameo. I think maybe probably should be starting over Kieran Dowell actually, but was replaced, or came on to replace Kieran Dowell, and again I thought he did really, really well. I love his ball progression, and certainly within the midfield I think he's found maybe a new position. He came in to be a James Tavernier sort of backup, or a player to try and compete for the jersey. Hasn't really gone well in terms of that position. You're never going to displace the captain. It was never going to happen, but I think he's really found a place for himself in the team, in the midfield, due to this injury crisis. So sometimes there can be a beacon of light when it does seem like all things are going wrong. I think Dujon has showed himself as a really, really good player, and certainly in the middle of the park. I'm excited to see what he can do going forward, and after the winter break as well. But another really good performance from him. I know it was a short one, but yeah, proved and showed well. Ross McCausland as well, getting his goal after coming under some slight criticism in the Old Firm. I know a lot of the fans were sort of talking about his performance, but I thought he did really, really well once again as well for us, and as I say, got onto the score sheet also. And yeah, the main man, the man of the match, Rid van Jelmes. Now, I like Rid van Jelmes. I've talked highly of Rid van Jelmes, and this, as I said, leads us to probably the main topic of today's video. Look, in the recent days, or the early days, or the last week in the build up to the January transfer window, a lot of talk has been with regards to who Rangers are actually going to sign. Now a lot of these players, well, we've seen Millie Manalf, we've seen some other strikers, Lawrence Shanklin's, obviously Fabio Silva's in through the door, but a big talking point has been regards to the left back. Already yesterday we were reporting to you that Rangers have made contact over a potential move for Josh Doig, and of course there's been other players as well that have been linked. The one, of course, playing for Philadelphia Union, one of the PSV youngsters. So 3 players already in the early part of the January transfer window. that have been linked to with their move for the football club, and something, and as I say, highly reputable sources stating that we are interested in bolstering that left back spot and bringing in a new addition. Maybe because managers haven't really fancied Ridvan Yilmaz over past, and Borna Barisic, of course, getting a bit older. Contract expires in the summer, so maybe looking for a different left back to pin down that position. However, as I said, I think Ridvan Yilmaz played really, really well yesterday. It probably deserved his Rangers TV man of the match. I think got an assist as well, but just throughout his the whole game, he was really running up and down that left side and creating chances and showed his quality. Ridvan obviously has come under criticism over his time at Rangers. Some saying he's not good enough, and he's been playing under 3 managers now. They've never really fancied him, despite him coming in for £5 million. It's always kind of been Borna Barisic playing over him. He's been unlucky with injuries as well, but you've got to remember this boy's still very, very young. But if he can try and string together performances like that on a week-to-week basis and keep himself fit, then there were actually no problem with actually having him down the left side. Again, Philippe Clement came out and said that's the best he's seen him play. I agree with that, but we need some consistency from Ridvan. But does that mean that we could make a giant U-turn with regards to the left-back position? Do we still need to bolster it? Will we still bolster it? Or has Ridvan Yilmaz got a point to prove? My personal opinion is, try and have a lot of people battling for the jersey. Get another left back in if you want. I don't know about Josh Zoig if we're going to pay that sort of transfer fee that's being sort of quoted. But Ridvan Yilmaz, if he strings together performances like that, keeps himself fit, then I don't think we'll need a new left back. But as I stated, whilst that performance is there, it could be in the mind of the manager to maybe perform a U-turn with regards to actually, 1, selling him, and 2, bringing in another left back. Because in the early days of the transfer window, we have, as I stated, have been linked to left backs. But also, Ridvan Yilmaz has also been linked with moves away. So something interesting, something maybe just to watch. But as I said, hopefully he can carry on those performances going forward, because he did very, very well. Now, enough of the game against Kilmarnock. Actually, one last one I would say is Jack Butland. I always praise him. A big save by him again. Fantastic goalkeeper. Best goalkeeper in the league, and certainly the best signing I think we've made this summer. I really, really love Jack Butland. Really feel safe with him in the goal. I didn't feel so at the latter stages of Alan McGregor's sort of career at Rangers, and I didn't feel so whatsoever when John McLaughlin was at the back. So, really happy. It's always good to have a really good goalkeeper, and that have a good goalkeeper behind your defence, and that's what Jack Butland is. But that's all I've really got for you today, guys. As I said, a bit of a reaction with regards to it. Could we be set to make a huge U-turn with regards to the left back position? That's over to you. What do you guys think? But for us now, for Rangers, it's all about resting, getting players back fit, and of course making some additions into the transfer market. But let's see. It's going to be a busy couple of days. As I said, Philippe Clement has hinted at that after the game as well. The next couple of weeks, hopefully some new faces in through the door, and we can really go again. Guys, it's not the end just because Rangers aren't playing. We're going to be keeping you up to date with everything. There's going to be so much with regards to it as well. So, we'll be keeping you up to date with all the transfer news. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And as I said, let me know your thoughts on Ridvan Yilmaz. Do we need a new left back? Yes or no? Comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's videos. Always, as I said, like and subscribe. And remember to check out our brand new collection by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Push.